Hello, welcome to Mimi's Keepsakes. I'm Arnell. I am back with the 100-day project, and I am very happy to report that I am officially back on schedule. I got fallen behind on the 100-day project last week when I was sick, but I this week bombarded you with videos 2 a day just to catch up because I didn't want to end the 100-day project a week late. So here I am and very happy. So today we are doing staggered booklet pockets. And again, we're following Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, her 100 mask making projects. She has a mask make every week, once a week. And so this is day 24, staggered booklet pockets. So as you can see, they open this booklet open, and you have writing space there and there and there, and then obviously you can still write on there as well if you absolutely wanted to. And then you have 2 pockets here. So I made this one with the pockets. This one I thought, well, you can have the pockets or not and just have more writing space, so it's up to you what you want to do. This one I sewed in with my sewing machine, and this one I just stapled in, and I placed the staples to catch the 3 pages here so they will stay there. She also made some closures. I don't think I'm going to make closures because I feel like it doesn't really need a closure, and the closure will interfere if I want to write on the back, especially if you're doing twine or maybe lace or ribbon. If you're using paper like she did, maybe we'll see how long it takes. If you do use a paper closure, that will be fine. It won't interfere with writing space. So let me just get my journal. How are you going to use this in your journal? So if you have this pocket only with the writing space, I won't glue it down as a pocket. I would probably just, you can possibly glue it down on the last page so you can still flip these. Yeah, you can do that. So you can glue it down here, here, and here on 3 spots, and then on your page, and then there'll be a pocket in the back here, and then these pages would just flip and you can write on them. You can do that. You can also simply paper clip it over your page like this. It's thin enough, it's not taking up a lot of, bulk. And just pop it in a pocket, or you can always just glue it down as a tuck spot, and then this will be a tuck spot, the usual things, even the belly band. This one is the same. So this one, because the back is one solid piece, you'll end up, if you glue it down on the 3 sides, you'll end up with a big pocket. Or you can always just glue it down here and here, and then you'll end up with a pocket here again. Or you can just paper clip it over the page, or even just like this. Lots and lots of options. So how do we make this? Again, super easy, nothing crazy about it. So she did some with just plain paper. This is some avocado dyed paper, and all you do is you need a A4 page, regular copy size, and you fold it in the length of the page. And then all you do is, you can obviously measure this and divide it in thirds. I am just going to eyeball it. You cut your piece of paper into thirds, or 3, put it into 3, and then simply put it together staggered. Oh, what did I do? It should go in the middle here. And then if you're doing this on just, this is avocado dyed paper, sometimes the paper gets a little flimsy. If you feel like you want these pockets reinforced, just glue some paper here or some washi tape. I think it should be fine, but you know, if you feel it's not strong enough, then you can definitely reinforce it. And then I just kind of keep these folds in line and flip the first one over, and I put some glue here and here to form my pocket, and then just flip it over, and then these two are glued together again. I just moved it there, so we want to keep it together and glue it down. And flip this back. Okay, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to staple it. So you can use a regular stapler. Oh, sorry for the noise. And just kind of fold this in softly, don't bend it totally. I have a long reach stapler. I'm going to use that because it's easy. So you want to staple these spots together, and then in the bottom that one, just to secure the pages together. If the glue comes loose, then they are secured together. So I'm just going to staple it on 3 spots. And on the bottom here, just feel where your page end to make sure you get all of them. Oh, that was really bad. I'll change that when we're done. Take the staple out and reposition it. And then that's your booklet. So you have the 3 pages. I'll just redo that. And then 2 pockets here if you want the pockets. If you don't want the pockets, you obviously don't have to glue the pockets. So let's do one more with printed paper, and then we'll do some mask making. So you can obviously do like one paper and do them all the same. Maybe we'll mix that one up because they kind of go together. Let's use this one. And I am using a little thicker paper than, sorry, I'm just trying to figure out which one to use. A little thicker paper. It's not cardstock. It is, I think it's 32 pounds. I don't know how much that would be in Europe, but yes, a little thicker than coffee paper, I would say, is better, but you don't need cardstock. Like even the thicker scrapbook paper, you don't necessarily need that, I think. But that is up to you, depending on how you feel. You know, some people like the cardstock. And then you just kind of put them in together. I don't like how that looks. You know, those don't line up anymore. So maybe I will flip this over and do it like this, maybe. Yes, that looks cute. That looks better. And again, we're just lining up the folds and just stagger your, feel like this isn't straight, just stagger your pockets, line up the folds and decide where you want your pockets. Okay, and then I'm just gonna fold this one back and add some glue. again, and this is a nice change on the regular booklet, the Staggered booklet. I would definitely make some with pockets and some without, just to give me variety again. And then if you do get this, it does happen because you're kind of, you know, when you're adding the pages to a book, they kind of stagger out a little bit at the end. So just cut the excess off if that bothers you. If not, I think this would look really nice with torn edges as well. Okay, so there, and then we're just going to add some staples, and let's see if I can do a better job with the staples this time. It is kind of hard to staple without getting your head in front of the camera, so I'm trying to do this a little farther away than I normally would be. Okay, yes, that's better. And that's your booklet ready to decorate and add some tags in the pockets. And remember, these pockets aren't very deep, so you'll need smaller tags for them. But I think that could look really cute. So let's make a couple like mass make. And I thought with these, maybe I will combine the papers to give some, you know, just to add some variation to it. So if you do this, you do the same thing. Let's fold all of them, and then let's make a couple these printed papers. And again, you don't need double-sided, but it is nice to have a not just a white inside, but I mean, if you don't have a problem with white, then go ahead and use the white like I did with my first booklet. I didn't coffee dye that or anything. Let's make one with coffee dyed paper, and I think then we'll have enough for now. So you can cut this with your cutter. I'm cutting it with my scissors just because I'm still waiting for the blade for my cutter, and at the moment my cutter is just totally annoying me, honestly. So I'm cutting it with scissors, but you can definitely use your cutter and then maybe even cut more than one page at a time. Coffee dyed papers. Let's do these. Let's see if we can do 2 at a time with scissors, just to speed things up. There. Okay, so let's do this one first, the coffee dyed one. And these coffee dyed papers are in my shop. I have a lot of different dyed papers in my shop. My Etsy shop is also Mimi's Keepsakes. It is in my description box, but I believe that would take you to the Canadian site. So maybe you want to just search, if you want to go to the shop, search the shop under shop name Mimi's Keepsakes, one word, on Etsy if you're searching for a shop name. There. And there. So my pockets are done. Okay, and then this one I am going to mix the printed papers up. Maybe something like this. I like this one better, so let's put that one on the bottom. Okay, there. And then this one will be this way. let's do this one the same. So when you pick your papers, keep in mind that, like with this one, the flowers are, if it's directional, obviously think about how it doesn't bother me like this, because you're going to decorate it and it will just become a background. But just remember, maybe for writing and stuff, if that is a problem for you, just think about the direction of your papers. But of course, this again is a great scrap buster. I did use full pages, but as you can see, you don't need to use just one sheet. You can combine it with other scrap pieces of paper. And I'm thinking I'm going to make this one pockets and then the other one just a booklet, just to give me some variety, and do the same with the other ones, kind of one booklet, one pocket. I just want to see how it looks on the front. Yes, because with the coffee dyed one I didn't stagger them evenly, which isn't a problem, so it looks like this. It's fine, but I think with this it would be nice if it's evenly staggered. These ones I'm just gonna staple, and this one I am going to glue. Okay. Just make sure that I like the way I staggered them, and glue them. While the glue is wet, you can still move them, and this one I'll just staple again. So let's get my stapler in. And we'll staple them. This one I'm keeping as a booklet, so maybe I will stagger them a little closer together. And you obviously can sew these. I'm just stapling them to make it faster, and because everybody might not have a sewing machine, just for demonstrations to include everybody. And plus I don't have a setup for filming sewing yet, so I need to work on that. We'll clean that up. And because these are glued, the staples are just for extra security. So if you feel I don't need the staplers, then you obviously don't have to do that. But if you're doing the own booklets only and no pockets, then obviously you do need to staple or sew. You can also hand sew, of course. You know, like you would sew in your signatures, you can do that too, and maybe make a little cute bow. I'll just stagger my papers again, just looking at that here on the bottom. Okay, and this one was glued in again, so the staples are just for securing the pages. Okay, and there our booklets are done. Okay, so maybe do we want to make a quick closure? Let's see. So you can do a closure by simply tying a string either this way or this way, obviously. If you are doing that and you are going to glue it onto a pocket in your journal, just glue a strip, you know, if you have the string here, a strip of paper or maybe masking tape or washi tape, just so that your papers won't get stuck in that. So she did string, or you can do I mean, just if you want to do sari silk. Oh my goodness, I couldn't get onto sari silk. How difficult is that? I mean, the bow, obviously, immediately, then you almost don't need any other decorations if you ask me, but it does add a little bit of bulk to your journal, which, I mean, eventually you're going to add bulk to your journal. Anyway, those are options. Maybe I'll tie the string on this one just to show you. If you want a closure, how it looks. Whoops, that's too tight. Okay, and then of course you can still decorate that. Let's see, she made a closure. Let me see if I have with paper what I have here. I'm sorry, my voice is still very croaky. Not great yet. Let's do a paper closure. Okay, let's do the closure. I am going to double this up just because I don't have it's not a very thick paper. This is avocado dyed paper, and I just want it not to break and tear immediately. Let's just see if this is too wide. Might be a little too wide, so let's make it smaller. And then all you do, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm just doubling the paper up because of the fact that it's not very thick paper. It's just regular coffee dyed paper. That's all, you know, it's copy paper that's already been dyed, and that makes the paper a little more flimsy. So then what she did was, she used magnets. I don't have small magnets. I have these Velcro strips that I bought at a thrift store, and they are obviously a little bit big. So I'm going to cut this in half and then glue this onto the back. Let me just see, I need, oh, this was just a booklet. I suppose. Let's find one with pockets. This one has pockets, but then this is very the same. It's not ideal, but let's do this. I'm just thinking pockets just because the back, I'm sorry, I'm waffling here, but let's just do this one and not think about this too much, because we'll be gluing this pocket onto the edge of the page. I'm thinking that might just work better than on if we're just doing a booklet, but it certainly can work on a booklet too. Okay, so you glue that on, Like I say, this isn't ideal because it's the exact same paper, but we'll just for demonstration's sake, I'm going to cut this down here. Okay, and then these Velcro strips are big, so I am going to cut them smaller. I have small teeny tiny white ones, so you do get them in different sizes, but I don't want black on the pink, so I'm going to just use what I have and cut this smaller because it's way too big. Okay, and then take the sticker off. Okay, got the sticker off, and of course this adds, the Velcro adds bulk again, so just, but like I say, there's no way you can avoid bulk. And there is your closure. So when it is, grab my journal again. So say for instance, it's glued onto the page here. So you'll have a pocket on the front. You'll open, oh, very strong Velcro, the Velcro. You'll have writing space there and then two pockets there. So just a cute little closure option. So let's decorate some of these. Excuse me, just had to cough quite quickly again. You don't want to listen to that. So I did a lot of fussy cutting again yesterday. Let's see what we have in here. That might work. That is cute too. There's something a little different. There's a label. This one is probably too big. It's too flimsy to put on there, so let's do that. And then I also cut out or printed out Tina's circles. I'm thinking what we should use some of them. Let's get this kind of neutral one here. And then with a 1-inch circle punch, I've printed these 2 to a page because I wanted small circles. Where did my circle go? Oh, there. So I'm thinking maybe something like that on there. And let's use this flower here. And maybe use different lace that would show up a little bit more. And I'm going to ink this up a little so it's not as bright against the rest. And I'm using antique linen from Ranger. Okay, and this would just, you know, just tones down the colors a little bit with a label. on the flower. Okay, so let's take this off so I can glue better. We can even, let's just layer it up. I have this, it's almost like a Swiss dot, but it's not totally a Swiss dot. This kind of peachy pink color here, I got it from an old shirt. And my flower. Okay. Label. And then when we close this, the lady kind of sits here almost as part of the whole thing there. And these Velcro ones that I have on here, it is very thick. It's more bulky than the teeny tiny ones, so I'll look for some teeny tiny ones. Anyway, there's one decorated. You can also, whoops, that's not dry yet. You can go in and add some lace. I don't think I'm going to do it with this, but you can add some lace here on these layers. I did it with this one. That looks really nice as well if you add lace there. And then when you open it, you can always add lace to your pockets as well to decorate that more. Okay, shall we do another one? So let's decorate this one. The other thing that I was thinking as well, you can, if you do want a closer, I'll just bring in this because it's a neutral. This paper clip goes the wrong way, but you can always just add a paper clip as well to keep your booklet shut if you want to. This one goes the right way. And that would decorate. That actually looks cute. Let's use that and go from there. There's this cute butterfly, maybe this, and I have these daisies that might look good on there. What else do we want? Maybe a little bit of pink because there's pink and purple there. And okay, I'm just going to tear this one a little bit. And then maybe we'll add just, it is an older piece of envelope, but let's add a little bit of vintage photo of antique linen again on here, just so it looks a little bit more, don't want to say dirty, but more grunged up. And glue. And I'm going to keep the paper clip here so I can just see where I want to position everything. Something like that. And I'm just using a glue stick because I don't have any lace or anything on this page here. I want that extra. I do want all of that to still show. Okay. And then my sticker to bring in the pink there, so everything is not, and there's a bit of pink purple as well in that stamp there. Let me just fight with the sticker again. I have a love-hate relationship with these. And then there. And let's add this little daisy on there, which is kind of clashing, doesn't really go with what we're doing, but I kind of like the fact that it's not all matchy-matchy. And we'll put our butterfly on our paper clip. Okay, so there we have it. Where is all the lids to my glues? Okay, so let's look at what we've done today. So we did a staggered booklet pocket, and we have made 1, 2, these are just to show the closures, 3, 4 decorative ones, 5, 6, 7, oh that was my prototype, 7, 8, but I think I had 2 prototypes, so we made 6 together. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But I hope you would make some of these booklets and share them on Instagram or on Facebook. I have a Facebook page and an Instagram page, and they're both Mimi's Keepsakes. If you want to subscribe there and see what we're doing on there. And yes, go to the description box or to Shabby Dabby Doodah and watch her videos. She decorates them differently, and she has different closures and different ideas, and it's nice. Again, I'm going to link both her videos, number 24 and 124. I like to watch both because then I can see how her style has changed in about 2 years difference there between the 2 videos. But anyway, go see what she's up to, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.